What's up, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also, hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content too. Shout out to the whole Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. In this case, we're not talking about neither. We're talking about entertainment. We're talking about hip hop. And salute to all of my subs that's been rocking with me. 10 toes down, day ones, and also my new subs too as well. And as well as my haters too as well, okay? It doesn't deter me from anything. It's not going to stop. Still going to keep going and going to grind even harder if you try to hate on me. So I appreciate you and keep the hate coming. Now, all right. Uh, Here's the thing right here, okay? Um, we all know that what's getting ready to be set to take off is the Hot Boys reunion tour. Uh, Salute to you, Sugar Sweetie. I see you in the building. Queen's in the building. Now, the Hot Boys reunion tour is set to take off. And while everybody might be thinking that this is just some old little, reunion tour or this is going to be minor, nah, not at all. You have to realize that, the Hot Boys had a profound impact on hip hop. When we talk about the early 2000s, when we talk about that group, you know what I'm saying, and when we talk about the individuals in that group, they had a tremendous, profound impact on hip hop. Uh, Mainly in the South, but they were able to take it, nationwide and to a lot of extent worldwide too as well. And when we think of the members, when we think of the Hot Boys, when we think of Cash Money at that time, it was Cash Money, Cash Money, and then Cash Money Millionaires, and then of course they changed it, Cash Money Billionaires, and then it broke off into a tree to Young Money. We all know the story. Um, what's up with it, Octavius? Texas made in the building. Texas always representing. Yeah, Octavius, man. Man, we've been getting hella rain out here, bro. I don't know if it's flooding over there, man, but I was set to head over there to Louisville and everything, man. But my man, it's raining all over the DF Dub, man. The power going out everywhere and everything. Shout out to Octavius though, representing that DF Dub, strong, representing that Texas. Now, listen, when we think of the Hot Boys, we think of Juvenile, of course. You think of BG. You think of Lil Wayne. You think of Turk, or now known as Hot Boy Turk. And of course, you think of Manny Fresh, and you think of Birdman or Baby, and and a lot of people they throw Slim in there too. You know what I'm saying? Even though Slim is behind the scenes, but what we need to focus on right now is we need to focus our attention more so on the rift that is going on between Birdman and the rift that has been going on between Hot Boy Turk. What's up with it, JMJ, North Carolina, representing always, man. Uh, for a while, there was a rift between Juvenile and there was a rift between Lil Wayne and Birdman. I mean, with Lil Wayne and Birdman versus Juvenile. Then, of course, there was a rift between Lil Wayne and Birdman. Everybody knew that. You know what I'm saying? They patched that up eventually. Then, of course, there was a rift between Manny Fresh and Birdman. They was able to patch that up. And then, of course, there was a rift between Juvenile and Birdman solo. And then, of course, there was also a rift between BG and Birdman too as well. Okay, now just recently, or within the past couple of years or so, we have to remember that there was a rift between Hotboy, Turk, and Birdman. And the reason why there was a rift is because it had to do with Birdman feeling some type of way because Hotboy Turk had got on Drink Champs and pretty much had exposed some things. And Birdman frowned upon that. And also Hotboy Turk did not feel that he got confiscated, you know what I'm saying, the amount of money that he was deserved, just like everybody else had felt, you know what I'm saying. That's nothing new, how they felt about Brian Birdman, you know what I'm saying, baby, you know. And now it's gotten so crazy between the two because when they announced it on social media and when they've been announcing the tour and everything, everybody has been mentioned except Hotboy Turk. And Hotboy Turk really wants to be a part of the tour. Okay? And you're going to be surprised of how I feel about this. Okay? I feel that Birdman should let him be a part of the tour because it has to go through Birdman. Anytime they're doing something, regarding the Hot Boys, any tour like that, it's got to go through Birdman. And now they've had other shows and stuff like that where, he's been featured. Hot Boy Turk has been featured and stuff, and whenever they'll bring him out and stuff like that, and then of course, he's on Be High. Shout out to Be High, ATL. Of course, he's doing good on that podcast and everything. He's found a new lane, and he's actually doing pretty good. Started off slow, and he really has turned his life around since getting up out them walls. Now, I really feel that in this regards, they should let Hot Boy Turk a part of the tour because, believe it or not, he does have an instrumental part in some of those songs. Okay, I know some people don't, they tend to look at Juvenile, BG, and of course Lil Wayne as the dominating factors, which they were, but he's still a part of the group. You know what I'm saying? He still made records with those guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's truly going on now. Hot Boy Turk said that he's not tripping on anything anymore. He just wants to go ahead, make the money, give the fans what they want. But from what I'm hearing, it's Birdman that's feeling away and he's feeling salty. Now, of course, we don't know what's truly going on behind the scenes or whatever. But from what I'm hearing, that these guys are not speaking. And what these guys need to do, in my opinion, what they should do is they just go ahead, sit down, because this is all for the fans. You know what I'm saying? And listen, some people might look at this situation and they might say, well, Turk was wrong for what he did and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I do agree, but at the same token, when it comes to a tour and these people wanting to see relive what was going on in the 2000s with that group and stuff like that, these fans just want to go out and have a good time at the end of the day. When all the yelling happens and all the screaming and people going wild, people in their 40s and in their 50s and all that other stuff, with their cell phones, probably never even seen them live or whatever. Now they living a new life or whatever. These people, they just want to go out and have a good time. They're not worried about whatever beef that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about any type of beef that's going on. What they want to do is they want to go out there, they want to have a good time, and these people want to celebrate this group. Now, what I'm saying is the reason why I mentioned all of that riffraff that's going on between all of these groups is simply because all of them have had their various issues. You know what I'm saying? All of them have had their various issues. just go ahead and put all of that stuff to a side and just go ahead and give the fans what they want. Give the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is really about, the money is really what it's about, of course. But at the end of the day, it's about pleasing the fans. You know what I'm saying? I know me as a fan, I would want to see Turk out there. I would want to see Turk out there. I want to see all of them out there. You know what I'm saying? You said didn't Baby mess with Tony Braxton a little bit straight? I mean, yeah. I mean, they were going together, but this is about, we talking about what's going on within the group. What they do, you know what I'm saying? Who they messing with, all that other stuff. That's on them. But yeah, they were going together and all that other stuff. But we talking about this issue. I want to hear about what you think about this issue. You know what I'm saying? Whether you messing around with Tony Braxton, whether you messing around with this person, that person, hey, that's on them. I'm talking about this bigger issue because this could possibly, I'm not going to say it's going to ruin the tour, but there are some people that, believe it or not, they want to see Turk out there. They want to see the whole group. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? They want, they would want to see David Ruffin and the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have David Ruffin, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't have Ronald Isley and the Isley Brothers. And I'm not talking about to that magnitude because, maybe Turk wasn't seen as the most popular one. But you get what I'm saying. I'm saying everybody wants the whole group there in totality, unless, of course, one of the group members or a couple of the group members have passed on. Nah, 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 nah. Don't worry about it straight. I mean, JMJ, man, it's all good, bro. I was just saying in this situation, um, I want to know more about this situation. I mean, of course, I think they, they messed around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, uh, I guess they split it up, called it quit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I never really, I didn't pay attention too much to that situation. You said, man, I forget about the fans. It's all about respect as a man, and certain people you don't want to be around regardless of the money. That's moral. But the thing about it is that uh, you know what we have to understand is that Turk said he's not tripping about it, so he's willing to go ahead and put all that to a side. They probably got they various issues and everything, but this is about the fans or whatever. You could do your business and okay. I'll put it to you like this, right? If you don't have a good relationship with someone, but y'all did business and y'all were entertainers and stuff like that, and the fans truly appreciated both of y'all or whatever, all you have to do is just deal with each other for, that amount of time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's something really, really major or something like that. And then after that, then you can go about your merry little way. That happens in groups all the time. You know what I'm saying? That happens in groups all the time. You know? Um, like I say, I'm looking at it from a fan standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you might not agree with me on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say it. They owe it to the fans. If you're gonna talk about you on a reunion tour and all this other stuff, you owe it to the fans to give the fans what they want. They don't want to. They don't want to see Turd out there. They don't want to see Turd. They want to see Turk. And when I say Turd, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to see a knockoff Turk or somebody that fills in singing his part or something like that. Nah, they want to see Hotboy Turk. That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see. You said agree to disagree. Well, yeah, and look, everybody already knows me. Whether you like my opinion or you don't like my opinion, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all love, you know what I'm saying? But in this situation, I'm siding with Turk, even though that I felt like what he did, he should have just kept his mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that you really don't say, but he felt the way that he felt, and he said what he said. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. He felt the way that he felt, and he did. He said what he said. But at the end of the day, I really feel like they should just go ahead, do the tour. We know for a long time, Birdman and Lil Wayne were at odds. For a long time, Juvenile and Birdman were at odds. You know what I'm saying? BG, he was at odds with Birdman. You know what I'm saying? There might have been some other stuff that I don't really know about. You know what I'm saying? But those are the ones that I know about. That's been put out there. But just go ahead, go do the tour. After that, it's done. And then y'all don't have the only time that y'all really need to speak together. You never know. This could be quite lucrative. You know what I'm saying? It could be quite lucrative. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it could boost it's gonna boost pretty much everything. Everything from the movies, the clicks on the movies. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not forget the Hot Boys. They had a movie. It's gonna boost streams. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna the streams are gonna shoot up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna shoot. It's in terms of some of these sales. Um, for some of these guys' albums and stuff like that. Like when it come to BG, because he had some major hits. Juvenile had major hits. Lil Wayne had major hits. Of course, Birdman. When we talk about the big timers, all of that is some of you guys, you guys' error, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you pass the age of 35 and you say that you haven't heard of the Hot Boys, or you haven't listened to the Hot Boys, or you around 40 or something like that, you's a goddamn lie. Cause everywhere I went, and believe you me, I done been all over this United Snakes of America. If you went to the West Coast, they were jamming big timers. They were jamming Lil Wayne. They were jamming BG. You know what I'm saying? And Juvenile. If you went to the Midwest, they were jamming everything. They was getting a roll on. Of course, in Houston, at H-Town, all over Louisiana, everywhere south, everywhere. Big timers everywhere. If you was in Florida, you know what I'm saying? They were stunning they were stunning. Number one stunner. You know what I'm saying? And even on the East Coast. Now, let's not forget, okay? Let's not forget. Do them niggas bust their guns? Hell yeah, they bust their guns. Do they fuck them till they come? Hell, I'm right, we make them come. Listen, what I'm telling you is that tour, Rough Riders and the Hot Boys tour, will never be duplicated. Never be duplicated. So for us to sit up here and act like the Hot Boys did not have a profound impact on hip hop, you got to be crazy, because everybody thought it was crazy that the Rough Rider for the Rough Riders and the Cash Money to be on the same tour, because at that time it was so competitive. When we talk about the East Coast and when we talk about the South and everything, the South wasn't really getting its just due, but they were able to break that gate open, man. When Juvenile set that song on fire with Drag On, like, don't get me wrong, I like Drag On. You know what I'm saying? Tremendous actor and everything like that when he was in Exit Wounds and all that. But listen, let's just be honest. Well, was it Exit Wounds? That wasn't Exit Wounds. I think he was. What was that one with Aaliyah? Aaliyah and DMX. That movie with Jet Li. I forgot the name of that movie. Whatever. I be getting them mixed up. But anyway, Ted probably know. He probably gonna come in with it. But he was in that movie or whatever. But everybody remember Juvenile part. Everybody remember Juvenile part. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas standing on the motorcycles and stuff like that. Nah, man. When you mention Rough Riders, you gotta mention Cash Money. When you mention Cash Money, you gotta mention Rough Riders. I mean, at that time before Jigga had got all you know above everybody and all that shit. Hova was on the tour too. You know what I'm saying? It was all merged into one. Everybody was getting it. They was all on tour together. And it was a great thing. I remember, and this is on my life. All right. I remember they pulled up in a charter bus. This was when I was working at Popeyes. Yes, I worked at Popeyes when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when I was like, what? I had to be like 16, 17 years old. And I was working at Popeyes. Man, Juvenile, it was Juvenile and Swisher House. But, of course, it was just Juvenile. They were doing like their little tour. Juvenile came in there and he ordered a massive amount of chicken, man. And I'm talking about, we had to have boxes for this guy. And here I am. I'm thinking Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? We was like, oh, we got to sit up there. We got to shake hands with Juvenile and stuff like that, man. I'm thinking Juvenile gonna be, tall and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He was even shorter than me and everything. Sorry, Juvenile, if you listening, man. You still my guy, man. But man, came up in there, man. He was up in there shaking everybody's hand and stuff. It was crazy. Juvenile was the first one on B-Man. Yeah, he was. With Juvenile, with the bar, you switch from Nike to Reebok. I mean, look, man, I'm going to be real with you. I like BG better than I like Juvenile. I like BG better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? BG was the one that I gravitated more to, but he didn't get. I mean, Chopper City, Chopper City is so, at that time, it was so gangster, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't put a lot of stuff, that was for BG. You couldn't put it out there on the radio like that. So a lot of the radios and the majors and stuff, they were with Juvenile, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it was BG. BG was a more one that I gravitated toward. But it don't take nothing away from what Juvenile was doing, and it don't take anything away from Lil Wayne. It don't take nothing away from the big timers. And a lot of the older guys, they was listening to big timers, because big timers, they was all about stunting, flashing the jewelry, the cars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The Hot Boys, they was, of course, they was into the flash and stuff like that, but they was into, getting that money, you know what I'm saying, pulling capers, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, this tour, man, is this tour is really it's gonna have a profound effect on people, and I feel like if they do this tour or whatever, it's gonna relive some of those memories, some of those good songs, because they made some hits. They made some really good legit hits, man. And I'm gonna say it like this too. If this is a successful tour and they have Turk on the tour, they're gonna let all that shit go. Cause a lot of people, to be honest with you, a lot of people was expecting BG, and they was expecting Birdman to be beefing when he came out. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, just let that shit go. When it come to Birdman and when it come to Turk, let it go. Put your differences aside. Do it for the fans. You know what I'm saying? The fans want to see y'all out there. You know, you got younger generation that probably, they listened to it growing up, and now they old enough to where they could actually go to the concert and see it live. And some of those guys, you know what I'm saying, they still look the same. Yeah, they too old to be acting like this, man. Like, dog, some of y'all got grandkids. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, y'all got children that are, you know what I'm saying, like high school, college, and all that other stuff. They grown, gone, and on their own. Man, let that stuff go, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, too old to be acting like this. You know what I'm saying? You said Turk is a real gang. Yeah, he is, but he not living. Dog, he done with that life. He done with that life. He done with that life, man. Like that life. Listen, bro. Uh, I'm gonna say this right. He came out. You know what I'm saying. After a while, when you say, being a gangster now, you know what I'm saying, is raising your kids, having a legit business, doing stuff, being productive of society. Back then, he didn't see it then, but you were actually being destructive to society. You know what I'm saying? You were being destructive to society. Now he's actually doing something positive and productive. So you got to give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? He's not thinking like that no way. He realized that, man. You see, when you doing that stuff, you don't realize how much people you hurting. You don't. You said they from New Orleans just like Master P. Yeah, they are. They from New Orleans, man. And look, man. Uh, them guys down there. You know what I'm saying? They about their business or whatever. And they were in great competition and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But they never. Let's just thank God that none of them took each other out. But they two cliques. When we talk about the Magnolia and when we talk about the Calio, those guys were, at war. They were at war, since the '60s. You know what I'm saying? And that rivalry, it kind of runs deep. And then, I could get into some other stuff, but I'm not gonna get too into it. But when Soldier Slim was working with BG, Soldier Magnolia Slim, rather, that's what they called him over there in New Orleans. When they were working together, that was, some people saw that as a big deal because then you have BG that was from Cash Money, and you also have Soldier Slim that was from No Limit. Well, people got to understand that BG was at odds with Birdman at one point in time, and they were trying to start their own stuff. People saw, like, when C Murder made, he was doing his stuff. He made some songs with BG. Yeah, man, it was crazy down there, and I could talk about that culture because that culture is near and dear to me. I have people in Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, and I got folks, that's from the 504. Shout out to everybody in Louisiana and 504. Shout out to Nola boy, James, 504, man. But they're real down there. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, we trying to live to see another day. Hey Ted, Brown Sugar. We trying to be in the summertime. Ted trying to see the females with a tube top on. Talk about, yeah, yeah. Polo, you don't talk like a Texas dude. Okay, well, I don't know what that means. I talk like, how I talk, man. But I mean, like I said, man, these guys, what they need to do is they need to patch it up, get it over, get it over with, you know what I'm saying? Get whatever out on the table. Pay if Birdman, if you owe him money, pay him. If not, you know what I'm saying, then go ahead and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all family probably know each other, you know what I'm saying? Life is too short. And then if one of y'all go, then what y'all gonna say? And not to get all philosophical again, I mean, it's over with. What y'all had going on, that was a couple of years ago. Turk has already Turk. I know he probably stood on what he said, but maybe he could have went about it a different way. But a lot of that stuff that these guys be saying, it be for shock value. You know what I'm saying? You on a big stage with Nori and Drink Champs and stuff like that. You know the world is gonna be watching. And then of course when you with DJ Vlad, you know what I'm saying? Everybody and their mama gonna be watching it. So besides that, man, I just wanted to speak my piece on it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that the tour goes with Turk. I hope they get everything patched up like like real grown men should do. You know what I'm saying? Because the fans, they owe it to the fans, and I stand on that. They owe it to the fans. So y'all let me know what you think, man. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. Until then, man, I holler at y'all later.